Good afternoon, welcome to my channel, and this is going to be a general reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising, and possibly cross watchers if you are lurking around. It's a general reading, so I have no idea what's going to come up until the cards appear. So if you come here looking for a love reading, you may end up with a career reading. I just don't know until the cards come out. I can't say what's going to be shown. If it doesn't resonate, try and make it fit. Like, that's completely pointless. There are thousands of really good readers on YouTube, and like one of them may pick up your energy this time better than I am. Alternatively, check out the videos for your rising and moon signs, because at points in our lives we resonate with those signs better than we do with our sun sign. After all, the sun sign is literally just a very small fraction of our natal charts. Knowing your other signs will give you a greater depth to your readings. I can be reached for a personal reading at the email address in the description box below. I'm currently building a website, but it's not live yet. Once it is, we can book directly through that, and that should make everything easier for everyone. But for the time being, it's just the email at the moment. I think that's everything. So let's get started, Taurus. Give the cards a shuffle. I have shuffled them a bit already, but I think it makes everybody feel a bit happier if they're shuffled again in front of them. And one more. So we should add, rather than this being say like a week by week breakdown of what you can expect in the month of July, because my tarot readings don't seem to factor timing in terribly well, I'm going to concentrate instead on a situation. Sorry about the noise. Someone's decided to do his strumming as the sun's out. I'm going to concentrate on a situation that you may find takes up quite a bit of your time and mental energy in the month of July. I really hope you can hear me over that noise. Let's go. It's not going to fuck with my peace. It's all cool. So, what can Taurus expect in the month of July? So, it's only really wanting one card, but two have jumped out. It's the Empress and the Ace of Wands. Nice start, I like it. So we can get one more card. Oh man, it's cutting bricks. Sunday. This must be a quiet day. Right, one more card for Taurus, please. Month of July. No. Right, we've got two flips, but they haven't come out. They haven't jumped in the way that I like them to jump. So we're going to acknowledge them, but we're going to put them back in the deck. And they are the Eight of Wands and the Moon. So just bear those in mind. They may have some significance later, potentially. Fuck me. So one more card for Taurus for the month of July, please. Death. Oh. Spicy. I like how this is shaping up. It's really interesting, actually. Like, the last reading I did before yours was Scorpio, and they had this same setup, which is quite interesting to note. Like, I pulled three cards for them, and the cards either side were major arcana, and then there was one card in the middle. So kind of sandwiched by big energies, which is not an uncomfortable place to be, I have to say, particularly not with the Empress being here. Like, I'm really digging your cards so far, I've got to say. So what I'm going to do is going to clarify these, get some more detail, put a bit of meat on the bones, as it were, and then we'll start going through the cards. So, like, oop, there she blows. Lovely. So another major arcana, it's a star. And one more for the Empress. Ooh. And the Ten of Wands. Just see those two there. Lovely. Like 3 clarifiers. No, 2 clarifiers for the Ace of Wands, please. 2 clarifiers for the Ace of Wands. What's this new beginning card? Got the Magician. Amazing. Oh, and the High Priestess. Fucking hell, Taurus. Some reading's amazing. Like, wow. And so the last card you've got, like, I just say this before I pull any more cards, like, July is going to be a really important month for you. Like, that I can see without even thinking about it. So let's get some clarifiers for death. Why is death here for Taurus in the month of July? Why is death here for Taurus in the month of July? Why is death here for Taurus in the month of July? Oh, come on. Why is death here for Taurus in the month of July? Page of Wands, exciting. And one more clarifier for Taurus. And the 8 of Pentacles. Nice. It's actually the first set of pentacles we've had in this reading, and you are the fixed earth sign, so I'm not too concerned about the fact that you're not that your element isn't featuring that heavily in here, because there's so much major arcana and it's all good, all of it. So I should just say that she didn't look. So there's the 8 of Wands again. It came out in the pre-shuffle. That's the shadow card on the bottom of the deck. And on the bottom of the clarifying deck, Knight of Pentacles. So that's your energy. Right, holy shit, where to start with this? This is fucking beautiful. Right. So the first card is the Empress. A lot of people associate this card with Libra, but for me she's very much Taurus. So hello, appearing in your own reading, that's a really solid start. The Empress is the queen of all queens. She's fertility, she's abundance, and I think more than any other queen, the Queen of Pentacles really is the strong underpinning for the Empress. Obviously the other queens are in there as well, because she's the highest version of all of the queens together. But she's a really earthy energy. Look at that. Look. Fertility and abundance, earthly pleasures and cool things. And she's clarified by the star and the Ten of Wands. Now, like, as a starting combination of cards, I can't even express how cool this is. The star is the sign of Aquarius, so you may be dealing with an Aquarius, but I don't feel like that is actually relevant in this reading. I feel like this is you. This is the energy of you now. The Empress with the star and the Ten of Wands. The star is hope. The star is healing. The star is that that light that shines in the sky and guides you to where you're supposed to be. You know, like maybe you're one of the three wise men, I don't know. But she's got her foot on the ground and she's got her foot in the water, and she's pouring water out of both. She's fertilizing the ground. Yeah? She's watering the ground. And the pool is the emotions, and she's got plenty to draw from. You know, she's not worried about running out. And there's a tree in the background, and I swear to God I've never noticed this before, but there's like some sort of weird bird sitting on the tree. Kind of looks like a turkey. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. I've never noticed it before. Let's see if I can get it close enough to the camera so you can see. These are that weird like turkey bird thing. Yeah. There's one main star in the middle, and it's surrounded by 7 smaller stars. The star in the middle is you. It's the higher depiction of you. Out. 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 I'll be out in a minute. Please. Sorry. And I feel like these stars are your support network. They're a depiction of your support network around you. So maybe you have 7 people that, you know, if you had to sit down and write a list of the people around you who helped you the most, it would be a list of 7 people. But yours is the star in the middle, the big, bright star. You're healing. Whatever it is that has upset you in the past, you're actually genuinely getting over it, and I feel like this is a really huge deal for you, because it is paired with the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands is a card of exceptional burden. You know, at some point, this chap here in this picture picked up all of these wands because the benefit seemed greater than the cost in the expelling of energy to cart them wherever he was going. You know, he saw a purpose to holding all of these wands. But now he's here and it's too hard. It's too hard, like they're awkward to carry, and he's so close to his home. Does he really need those? Can he not just put them down? Could he put half of them down? Come back another day and get the others? Like, you're learning, and you've learned very quickly, I feel, that you don't have to shoulder all the burden. You don't have to carry all the things. And in fact, you were probably carrying things that didn't even belong to you, that were somebody else's. And like, why are you carrying them? Like, people need to pull their fucking weight. And in that completion, because it's a 10, in the completion of that understanding, it's allowing you to heal. It's allowing you to draw from your own pool here and nourish yourself, because you are earth. This tree in the background is very small. Perhaps it's very far away. And it's depicted as quite small on the card. But trees in tarot symbolise deep-rooted strengths and energies. You know, as above, so below. What you see of a tree above ground is mirrored underneath ground. So, you know, something doesn't get that fucking big without having a massive, you know, support network underneath. And just because it's not seen doesn't mean that it's not there. And birds for me mean freedom, or flight. You know, they're not restricted. This bird, I don't think it is a turkey, but it looks a bit like a turkey to me. This bird is at the top of the tree. And to me, I feel like your emotions are balanced, depicted by the water. You have your pool, and you're fertilizing your energy, which is the earth. And as a result, your little tree sprung up. Sorry, other side, your little tree sprung up. And there's a little bird in the top who can take off whenever it likes. Supremely positive. I mean, fuck, it's great. And those two clarifying cards, I think, are the underpinning of what is enabling you to currently present as the Empress, the Queen of all queens, you know. Good shit. And the next card in your reading is the Ace of Wands. So this is the card that's sandwiched, just like Scorpio's reading. It's not your element, but it's exciting. I'm excited to see it. Wands are about passion and creativity and that's kind of sparky excitement that you feel at the beginning of a new project or a new venture or like a new hobby or something like that. There's something in your life that is causing you to be quite excited at the moment, and that's a tremendous energy. And I notice that there are trees there as well. They're little trees, but see how the wand sprouted leaves. They're just little leaves. It's not a tree, but it has the potential to become a tree. And indeed, the trees are at the bottom there, just little things. And those cards are supported by, the Magician and the High Priestess. Like, what a fucking combination to have with the Ace of Wands. It's absolutely incredible. So, aces are the seed. They are the potential, kind of like the divine potential of whatever suit they're in. So, the Ace of Wands is that idea that you have, you know, for a new business or for a new hobby, just something that you'd like to do, or a little creative venture that you fancy doing. Anything that sparks the imagination. The seed is the Ace of Wands. But what you've got backing it up is the Magician and the High Priestess. Mega fucking power couple, right? This is about manifesting to fuck, right? The Magician is number one, right? So we go from the ace to the one. Awesome. And you'll see he's got all the elements depicted there, right? There are wands, there are cups, there are pentacles, and there are swords, all there on the table next to him. He's got the lemniscate above his head. That's what that funny symbol is there, symbolising infinity. He's the master manifester. And the cards all covered in flowers as well. Look at that earthy energy there with the flowers. He has control of every single element. He has at his disposal the power to create whatever he wants, using whatever combination of the elements he requires to make this happen. When you pair this up with the Ace of Wands, this is like whatever new thing it is that's occurred to you to start recently, you're going to be able to do it. The important thing, I've just noticed that his belt looks an awful lot like an Ouroboros. You know, the snake that eats its tail. I've never noticed that before either. See that? I don't know if snakes are relevant to any of you. I don't know how well that's come out, but snakes in my mind denote wisdom. So that would be a perfectly appropriate thing to be on the card. But he trusts. No, he doesn't trust. He knows that he has the power to get done wherever he needs to. There's no doubt in his mind anyway, because he has the tools, has all the power. And he's paired with the High Priestess, who is number 2. So we've got Ace, 1, 2. Incredible. And the High Priestess is the passive side, the reflection, if you will, of the Magician. So where the Magician is external, he takes those elements that exist externally to him and he uses them to manifest whatever he desires. The High Priestess is internal. Like all the 2s speak of internal things. And she sits between the end and the beginning because she knows everything. She doesn't volunteer the information. She's not an oracle as such. She will give you an answer if you ask her a question and she deems you worthy of receiving that knowledge. She's guided by the moon. It's depicted at the bottom of the card there. And I feel like this is a really powerful blend of conscious and subconscious or unconscious ability and power, intuition, along with practical skills. I mean, I have no idea what it is that you're thinking of taking up or thinking of starting, but whatever it is, this is truly very good omens. So the last card is Death. Particularly like the depiction of death. Behold a pale horse. And all that. I fucking love that. And don't be scared. Like, death is genuinely probably my favourite card in the tarot deck. I mean, there are occasions when it can refer to a physical death, but the rare and the point of the card is the higher consequences of death being transformation. Like when you die, your electro-biological machine changes. It transforms into something else. I mean, if you want to be blunt about it, just transforms into food for worms, but we're talking in an energetic sense. Energy cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed, it merely changes form. And when death comes along, huge major transformations are in motion. You have no choice about this. In the original Right Away, it's depicted as Death is sitting astride his pale horse. And it depicts the death of a king, and there's a child and a woman crying. And the point is that no one can stop death, no one can stop the transformation, not even kings. Comes through, takes everything out of your path that didn't need to be there. It helps you, just as they, set fire to the heather in the dales and in the countryside, because it promotes new growth. It looks after the land So death does the same in your life. It will take out of your life anything that is not currently serving you, and the best thing that you can do is let that go free, because it's not for your highest good. Whatever it is, it needs to go. Don't cling to it, because nothing can stop death. It's going whether you like it or not. The best thing that you can do is submit and let it leave. Now, these two cards, the two clarifiers, are the Page of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. And this is a really lovely combination of cards. Like, I just can't get over how good your reading is. It's awesome. Wish I had this reading. Now, Page of Wands, a fire element, so it could signify a fire sign in your life. It could be Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, but it's a page, so it's not likely. And I don't get the feeling that it's a person. Just as an aside, this entire reading has been very clearly about you, and that's such an amazing thing to see. Like, the interference from outside people here is nil. There is none. All of this work is what's going on inside you, and that's incredible. Like, kudos. So I feel like the Page of Wands is an energy that is going to sprout up as a result of death. Like, death's coming along, death's gonna fucking raze everything to the ground. It's gonna burn the shit out of everything. And what you get is a little page that pops up. And this little page, a smile on his face, look, and he's looking at his wand. And I feel like that's the same wand. Look at the difference in size now, though. You know, at one point it was big enough so that, you know, a hand could hold it upright like that. Oh, it's as big as him, look. It's grown. Whatever's leaving your life over the month of July is going to in some way increase the speed or the strength of whatever it is that you're putting together, this internal, well, no, it's not even internal, this project, whatever it is the Ace of Wands signifies to you, whatever that is, it's getting a bump from death. Maybe it clears some people, maybe death is clearing some people out of your life who are just toxic and just take up all of your time, and it gives you more time to concentrate on what it is that you're trying to do. Maybe it allows you to stop thinking about things that have been taking up mental space, and that allows you to focus more on whatever creative project it is you've got going on. Could be a messenger. Pages are sometimes messengers. But I can't shake the association between the ace, the wand in the ace, and the wand in the page. And whatever death removes will help your wand grow. And then the final card there we have is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, it's an earth card, so it's about putting in the time and the effort to become skilled at what it is that you're doing. I mean, look, he's done all of those pentacles there, look, and he's working on another. He doesn't look pissed off about the amount of effort he's having to put into it. He seems quite happy with himself. It's about hard work. It's about knowing the value of taking time and care and being fastidious in that way that the Taurus sign is. You know, this is a card of really playing to your strengths. So whether creative venture, I'm just going to have to keep referring to it as that because I really don't know what it is that you're working on. Whatever this denotes to you, this is an excellent card to follow it. As well as it, you know, successes. 10% inspiration, 90% perspiration. Well, there's your perspiration there, right there. Your inspiration is like, you know, fiery things. And that's exactly right. That's exactly how it should happen. Oh. See, even though the Eight of Wands, which was the shadow card on the bottom of the deck, even though that's a fire, a card of the fire, so even that has an earthly feel to me. Like, just looking at it there, you know, the stags and the and the heather on the hillside, look at that. Like, that's awesome. So whatever happens this month is going to happen fairly quickly, I think. And I suspect that you might not even see it coming. Certainly with death just does all the fuck it wants, and like very rarely gives you a warning. So pure shock at how good this reading is, right? It's definitely the most positive one I've done yet, without question. So what I'm going to do now is get a couple of cards for advice. Advice for Taurus for the month of July, and how to really capitalize on the energies that you've got working for you this month. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's some advice for Taurus for the month of July. Some advice for Taurus for the month of July. Okay. Oh shit. Fucking hell. Right. So I did get 2 jumpers, as well as, like, you know, dropping a handful of cards because I'm cack-handed. Right. Oh, I love this card so much. So the first advice card that you have is the Fool. There. The most beautiful depiction. I love this card because that dog was just like my papa. Absolutely beautiful. Take the risk. Whatever it is. And like, bear in mind now that we have the Fool, which is the limitless potentiality of nothing, of a space that something can fill. We've got the Fool, we've got the Magician, we've got the, oh actually fuck. So we've got the Fool, we've got the Magician, we've got the High Priestess, we've got the Empress. 1, 2, 3, well, 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? You've also got the Ace. Like, this is such a spectacular fucking combination of cards. The Fool is about trust. It's about not quite knowing where you're going to end up, but doing it anyway. Look at that leap. They're just leaping over the rainbow, you know? It's not that the Fool trusts that, like, the universe will look after him or whatever. It's that it never occurs to the Fool that things just won't work out perfectly for them. You know, it's an incredibly powerful card. It's about new starts and new opportunities. And when you combine it with the fact that you've already got the Ace of Wands, like, there's something. If you don't know what it is yet, you're going to know very fucking soon. A new opportunity, a new start. Something that's going to make your soul sing is occurring. And the second advice card is the Knight of Pentacles, which I just couldn't hope for a better card for a Taurus reading for the advice. It's playing to your strengths, just as the Eight of Pentacles is playing to your strengths, because you have no fear of hard work. You're quite prepared to put the hard work in. You're stubborn as fuck, so you're going to do it anyway. Like, you just get your head down and fucking push that boulder along, you know, whatever, because you know that what's at the end of it is going to be worth it. And the Knight of Pentacles, he's the slowest knight in the deck, but he's the most dependable, because he's earth energy. He's slow, he's dense, but he's holding that pentacle. He knows its value, and he's going to go slowly, so he doesn't drop it, doesn't break it, doesn't, you know, fucking scratch it, whatever. and he and his horse are going to take one step in front of the other until they get to where they need to go. It hasn't got, it doesn't have the same drama, shall we say, of some of the other nights, but it's the one night that you want to see if you want to get something done and you want to get something finished, because slow and steady wins the race. He is the tortoise, to say the Knight of Wands' hair, like, or the Knight of Swords maybe. You know, they're clumsy because they're so fast. You know, there's a perfect line of synchronization there where you've got, you know, just the right amount of speed and just the right amount of care. And the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords probably don't have it. And what the Knight of Pentacles sacrifices in speed, he makes up for with dependability and with security and the ability to get the job done. I'm so excited for you, Taurus. I have absolutely no idea what it is that you're doing, but it's so exciting. And if this video has in any way resonated with you, like, please do put down in the comments what the crack is, because I'm so excited for you. Like, I couldn't think of a better combination of cards for a Taurus than what has appeared on the board here, and it's magnificent. Yeah. So just keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on plodding on. If you'd like to subscribe or like the video or any of that jazz, then like, I'd be totes appreciative. Otherwise, I'll see you next month. Thanks very much.